Hello everybody, welcome to your channel. This is the new series about the art of problem solving, and actually it is a basic one. In the first part, we'll talk about exponent and logarithm. And in the first episode, I want to talk about integer exponents, as you can see here. Okay, well, so with the first question to expose, so I want to ask you, what is the purpose of defining a power? Actually, it would be a very simple answer, but we will see that in the future. Actually, it would be because the people are so lazy. Actually, in fact, mathematicians especially. So, first of all, let's review some definition and facts about elementary school. About the multiplication. So actually multiplication is simply a shorthand for repeated addition. As you can see in the left hand side about arithmetic, instead of writing 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, we can write 5 times 2. Okay? And in the similar way, in algebra, we can write, instead of x plus x plus x plus x, we can write 4 times x. So that's it. Okay, so far so good. So what about integer exponent? So as you can see that here, it would be short form, and it's a kind of the abbreviation. So just as we have a shorthand for repeated addition, we have a simple way of writing repeated multiplication. And as you can see, for arithmetic, instead of writing 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, blah 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 blah, we have 5 times you multiply 2. So we can write in this way. Right now we don't know how we can read that, but we'll learn how we can do it. And in algebra also, so actually it means also if we can write it to the, actually in this way, it means the product of the 5 2's. Similarly, instead of this guy, x times x times x times x, we can denote it by this notation. So it means the product of the 4 x's. Okay, it's very good. So informal definition, what does it mean, this notation? Actually, in this notation, in an expression like this guy, the 2 is called the base, and the 5 is the exponent or power. And this is sometimes read as I wrote for you, 2 to the 5th power, or 2 raised to the 5th power. It's good. So, but let me introduce you one interesting game for learning better power and exponent about integer number. So in these games, you need 2 players, and materials, it's only a deck of playing cards, and a skill you must only know about the exponents and multiplication. So, but how you can play? So decide who the dealer with the will be rolling a die, and the person with the higher number is the dealer. So all of the cards are dealt face down, one at a time to each player until there are no cards left. Each later should have an equal number of cards. Each player will be then their top face up at the same time, and so this card will represent the base for each player. So then each player then turns over their next card. This card represents the exponent for each player. After each round of turning cards over, the player with the highest product wins that round and collects each of the player's cards that have been turned over that round. So that means the winner of each round will get a total of 2 cards from each player, their base and exponent cards. So in case of the tie after a round, the players involved in the tie will need to do a face-off. For the face-off, gather all of the cards that were turned over for the round together in the pile and shuffle. So turn the cards face down and spread out so that each player in the face-off can draw 1 card. So this is the determine who will shuffle and deal the cards for the face-off. So actually, so as you can see, actually, shortly I summarize whole of the story in the board. So actually, the player that draws the highest card will be dealer for the face-off. The face-off is done just like a normal round. So the winner of this face-off round is then the wins the tiebreaker and collects all the cards that were turned over in the round. So play continues until all cards around turned over. So the winner of the game is the player that has collected the most cards. That's it. I think it would be interesting if you play it with your classmates. So, and last things I want to share with you. So it is the 2 special cases. I mean, the number which raised to the second power is said to be squared, as you can see in the left-hand side, and the third power is said to be cubed. So when you study finding the area of squares in the geometry, I mean in the 2-dimensional geometry, and the value of the cubes in 3-dimensional geometry, you will understand the source of these names. So that's it. So thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next episode about some example about the power and exponent and interesting example and problems. See you. Goodbye.